this reason, and I'm sorry. When we were one of the eight original public defenders who started with Dallas County in December 1st of 1983. And when you work for the county, as some of you may know, you have to have a physical exam. And so I first met, I had heard that Price was one of the attorneys joining the office. Ralph Tate was the chief public defender. He hired us. And Price and I met him at the doctor's office. Now this doctor was like 80 years old. And I was first and Price was waiting for me. And so this doctor does his exam and he says, and he did this with all the sincerity he could muster, or if your arms and legs weren't short, you'd be okay. And now, I get this, and Audrey and I get this all the time, and you don't know if he's trying to make a joke or if he's serious. And I determined he was serious. And I'm usually fairly quick on my feet, but I wasn't. Because my reply would have been, gee, can I have a pen and paper so I can write this down? I got through the exam, saw Price, and I was so nonplussed by this that I had to tell Price, and he was there. And I told him this, and his only response was he couldn't stop laughing for about a minute or two. And he was, and another thing about Price, he was wearing this Cliben cat tie. And a lot of people commented on it, and one of them was, as some of you might know, a clerk with the district clerk's office who later died of AIDS, John Coffey. And John always commented on his tie, and I mean, this is probably the least of his many selfless acts, but he just gave John the tie. And that was just an example of Price. This is my wife, Audrey, who's helping me here. I saw Brady Wyatt. Brady was telling me a story about Price when Brady was with the DA's office and he went into private practice. And the holdover cells, for those of you who don't know, there's two places for the attorneys to be. And Brady was telling me how he got so infuriated at this person that he couldn't reason with him. And his voice was becoming loud, and he was getting red in the face. And so Price, who was next to him, put his arm around him and said, "Come here, I need to talk to you. You realize these people are idiots." And that the reasoning thing doesn't really go that well. And it reminded me of the movie Blazing Saddles, where Cleavon Little is out in the street and he's not respected at all, and he comes back in and complains to Gene Wilder, and Gene Wilder said, "You've got to remember that these are simple farmers, people of the land, the conclave of the New West, you know, morons." So he was the best person I knew. My best friend and Martha's my best friend too. Both of them are. They mean so much to me. We spent over 20 Thanksgivings and Christmases together. I remember Elizabeth as a child. Her favorite meal at Thanksgiving and Christmas was Mrs. Baird's rolls. And my job was to make sure I didn't burn them too much. he was always there for me. In 1998, I got out of bed and I fell to the ground. My back went out and my left leg was terrible. And I had to drag myself to the phone, and I called Price, and he came over and was able to break into the house, and something that a lot of our clients have problems with. But anyway, he was able to get me to the hospital. And then a little bit later than that, a couple of years ago, I had this heart problem, and well, the first part of the story is Price was at the hospital and was talking to the heart surgeon, and Price's really only question was, "Doctor, are you sure he has a heart?" And the doctor said, "Yes, it's very small and cold, but it's there." And so I was on my way out of the courthouse days before that, and I saw this bailiff, and he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, not really." And he said, "You look just like my friend did the day before he died." And I thought, "Oh, okay." So I stopped by Price's on the way home, and I tell him this, and he says, "Well, you got to go to the hospital." And I said, "Okay, did you just follow me?" Well, he said, "No, I'm not going to let you drive." So he drove me to the house, and then 4 days later, I had a triple bypass. And he was always there, always. And someone was talking about how he gets to work early, and he does. He gets there around 7:15, and whenever anything over the years, I can remember about 5 times, whenever anything really upsetting happened to me, I would go and call him out of the courtroom, and he'd talk. And I'd always come to him. He would never come to me. Of course, he always kept everything, and but and he would always help. And so Friday, day before yesterday, something within the family, I needed some counseling on. I was talking to Audrey, saying, I don't have Price to talk to, and I know I never will." And I sort of, I just broke down, and he is, again, he's the best person I know. Every Saturday for over 20 years, he's worked for Habitat for Humanity. He doesn't tell anyone about selfless things that he does. He was working for them the day before he passed away, a full day's work with them. And whenever, on any occasion, when there's he took care of me when I was in the hospital. He took care of my court cases, and we were really good friends. But he would do that with other people too. I remember one time when Sue Gorham was away when she was sick, and Price just went on his own and took care of all her cases that she had until she was. And every retirement he would, or every occasion he would get a big cake, as was told, from Society Bakery, and I'm sure their income's going to drop. Really, I hope they're able to make it through. Martha, we were talking, and Price would want this memorial here, but we really don't care. Because I'm so grateful just to look and see all the people who are here and how much this means to Mark, it means to his family, his my family, and I love him.